Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making subscriber requested pecan pie bars, and I'll be starting off by adding a 3/4 cup of flour, a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, and 3/4 cup of confectionery sugar into the bowl of a food processor. I've also added in a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 stick of cold butter that I've cut up into cubes. I'll be pulsing this a few times just until it resembles coarse crumbs. Now that I have this pulsed up, I'm going to be putting it into a 9x9-inch pan that I've lined with aluminum foil and heavily sprayed with cooking spray. Now this will still be powdery and dry, but that's okay. That's the way it's supposed to look. When it bakes, the butter will help melt and bring it all together. You want to press it out firmly and evenly across the bottom of the pan. Now that I have the crust spread out evenly across the bottom of my pan, it's going to go into the refrigerator for 15 minutes while I preheat my oven to 350 degrees. Now that my oven's been preheated, I'm going to go ahead and pop this in and bake it for 17 minutes on 350 degrees. While the crust is cooling over on a wire rack, I've gone ahead and melted 12 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I'll be adding in 3/4 cup of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of honey, a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a good pinch of salt. Once the sugar is dissolved and it starts to boil, go ahead and raise the heat to about medium and allow it to gently boil for 3 minutes. After 3 minutes of boiling, I've turned off the heat and I'll be adding in 2 tablespoons of heavy cream and 3 cups of roughly chopped pecans. Once you have the pecans stirred in, it gets dumped right on top of the shortbread crust and evenly spread across the pan. Alright, this is it now ready to go into a 350 degree oven where it's going to bake for 20 minutes or until it's bubbling and caramel in color. When the pecan pie bars came out of the oven, I did let them cool in the pan on a wire rack for about 20 minutes before I removed them from the pan and then allowed them to cool for an additional hour. And now all I have left to do is try them out. And I think I'm going to go for this one right here. I'm going to try that one. They smell incredible. These taste just as good as they smell. I really love the shortbread crust. It literally melts right in your mouth. The topping is caramely and delicious. Overall, this is not a very sweet dish. I probably could have even cut the squares a little bit bigger. I think I actually prefer this over pecan pie, and something I will probably be making around the holiday time next year. But that is going to be it for me for the day. If you've enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below. If you tried this recipe out, let me know how it turned out for you. And as always, thank you all so very much for joining me today. I've been Volker. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.